Okay, the question is asking, calculate spring constant if the total extension is given as 20 centimeter. Now, we have two springs here are in parallel. Now, when two springs are in parallel and they support a weight of 20 Newton, this means that they share the weight equally, such that this spring will be supporting a weight of 10 Newton, while the other spring is also supporting a weight of 10 Newton. This lower spring is supporting 20 Newton, so it is not sharing 20 Newton with any other spring. Now, the total extension given will be extension for any one of the upper springs plus extension for the lower springs, such that total extension will be extension in part 1 for one spring plus extension in part 2 for the lower spring. Now, the one spring in part 1 and the other spring in part 2 will now be connected in series. Now, from our formula of F is equals to KE, where force is equals to the spring constant times extension, we want the spring constant, K. If we divide both sides by E, we are going to have K is equals to F over E, where F is the force for each spring and E is the extension. Now, from this formula, we can say that total extension is equals to extension in part 1 plus extension in part 2. Very simple. We take the first extension, add to second extension, gives us a total extension which was given as 20 centimeter. Now, extension from this formula, we can also say that extension is equals to F over K. If we were to divide both sides by K, so we will remain with extension. Now, if I take this formula and use it here, extension in part 1 will be F over K, which is a force of 10 Newton over K, plus extension in part 2 here. For this system, the force is 20 Newton all over K. But remember, K, from K is equals to Fe, remember F is in Newton and extension is in meters. So K will always be in Newton per meter. Meaning, this K will be in Newton per meter, and this K also in Newton per meter. And then Newton will cancel Newton if I get the reciprocal. Remember, when dividing with a fraction, you get the reciprocal when changing division to multiplication. This means that if I have n divided by n over m, this can be written as n times m over n, and n will cancel. I'll remain with m. That one is very clear. Now, from here, first extension, we've got to be 10n over k and m. Second extension is also given to this one. Is equals to total extension, which if we convert to meters will be 0.2 meters. So we write is equals to 0.2 meters. 30 plus 10 plus 20 is going to give us 30. 30 is equals to 0.2 meters. Remember, if I take times k to remove this k, times k to remove this k, and I will also multiply by k. So I'm going to have times k here. Now, if I want k, what do? I divide everything by 0.2. Remember, this was in meters, 0.2. So 0.2 meters will go, and then this one goes here 150 times. So the spring constant is 150 Newton per meter. like that. Up to this point, I think everything is clear.